Continuing this talk about manslaughter and causation, there's two very different stories. If I was trying to prove causation that somebody harmed me or perhaps my child, it would be a very high threshold for me to prove the action, the recklessness was so extreme that it literally caused the death of a member of my family. Crown prosecution or prosecution services in different countries have two criteria. Is it in the public interest? Is it going to be a successful case? Will they win? And they will often say to somebody, no. So you can go to a civil court and try to prove causation in medical negligence, for example, or negligent manslaughter. What's quite different is if I'm trying to prove it or if the state is trying to prove it. As we saw in the Angela Hock, HOC case in America, the case was pushed by the prosecution for 3 years and failed. And as I've mentioned in other videos, that prosecution don't always even care if they win. They probably do care to win. It's better for them. But just by having the case, they've already put into the public opinion, public psyche, that home birth, for example, is dangerous, because this is the main topic we're looking at. So the thresholds are different. If I take a case, it's a very high threshold. If the state take a case, they can take one with a very low threshold. Doesn't matter if they win or lose, they can just take the case. They've got all the money in the world. And as we saw with the case in the UK, Lucy Letby, slightly different, not home birth, but a neonatal nurse accused of murder. Zero evidence, only some circumstantial evidence. That doesn't prove she caused any deaths, and yet she's in jail for 15 life sentences. So if somebody has a case against them, it's very serious, even if there's no evidence that they caused harm to somebody. That's why I'm making these videos, because it's a very important topic for all the birth workers, whether you're a doula or a midwife, deregistered, unregistered. In the Angela Hock case, she was a not licensed midwife, but a very capable, competent midwife with a lot of training, who I think since she's done, had the court case, she's done more training. I don't think, I know. And she's done some of this training with Breach Without Borders, which is fantastic. But that's breach. We can have a death from any event at any birth, because a baby could have trouble during the pregnancy. So really we need to be looking at predicting problems. That's listening to the baby's heartbeat if the mother allows. There's two overriding guidance for all of our, hopefully, all of our clinical practice. What the mother allows,